Hey guys, and welcome back to another Tea Tuesday. I don't actually have anything to drink in this one because I've already finished my coffee and I'm going to the gym after I film this and upload it. And so I don't want to drink alcohol. So no drink for this Tea Tuesday, but I thought that I would talk about a question that I get asked quite a bit from everybody, people back home, people in Korea, everybody. I get asked this question, or these questions, and it's basically about Korea. You know, why did I come to Korea? You know, why have I been here this long? It's almost 5 years. It will be 5 years in September, right? So why have I been here this long? Do you like Korea? And a bunch of other just like why Korea is essentially. Or how long are you going to stay here for? I don't know. But anyway, I thought I would do this week's Tea Tuesday on why Korea. It's a semi-long story, not long. I don't think this video is going to be super long, but it is a story that on why I came here. So let's go back to the decision-making process, which was maybe, oh God, it was the winter of 2013. Okay, so it has been almost 5 years since I made this decision to move to Korea. Now, I was currently at that point in the winter of 2013. I was currently finishing up my master's program. Those of you who do not know, I have a master's in sociology with an emphasis on statistics, which means that I can do statistics. I can code in certain programs. It's not hard, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I have a master's degree in statistics, essentially. And with sociology. Anyway, social statistics is what I call it. But I could have gotten a job doing statistics. A lot of my friends in the program either continued on with their PhD or they got jobs. Actually, most of my cohort, there were 10 of us, most of my cohort actually went and got jobs in statistics because my school was known for statistics. And I could have done that. I could have also gone on for my PhD. I did have one program that I got a acceptance letter from in North Carolina. But at this point, I had been in school since kindergarten, okay? Nonstop, okay? I was always an overachiever, and I sound so full of myself. I was always an overachiever, but I really was. Like, my parents never put pressure on me to get good grades. I got good grades because I wanted to get good grades. I got into good university because I wanted to go to a good university. I got into my master's degree because I wanted to get my master's degree. Nobody has ever pushed me to do any of that. That's all by myself. And so like I had been pushing myself since I was young, always to get good grades. And I mean, I did. I did very well. God, I sound so pretentious. I did really well in school, basically. And I worked my ass off for that. Like, I traveled a lot in the US, but I didn't travel outside the US. I had been to Canada. Canada is less than 3 hour drive from my house, my parents' house, okay? Like, Detroit's not far, and Detroit goes into Canada. I think Toronto's like a 4 hour drive from my house, okay? But I had never actually been anywhere. I hadn't studied abroad. I had a chance in high school to go to New Zealand. I didn't take it because I had to take a class that semester, and I couldn't have gone to New Zealand. And then in undergraduate, I had a chance to study in France. Those of you who don't know, I speak French, and I had a chance to go and study in France. And I didn't take it because I was preoccupied with getting into a master's degree. And I didn't think that it would help me to have essentially C grades, because you know what happens when you study abroad. You don't care about your grades. You care about eating everything and seeing everything and drinking everything and experiencing life. So I straight through school, almost 20 years of schooling. And I wanted to experience the world. I wanted to experience life. I wanted change, I guess. I didn't want more of the same. I had been in school for forever and I didn't want to do it anymore. And so I was like, well, how can I live abroad without being a student? And so I did a shit ton of research and came across teaching English. So I did more research. I originally wanted to end up in either South America or Europe. But the markets there aren't that great. Pay isn't that good. I had some student loans, so I needed to pay. So I looked at where's the best market? Middle East, Saudi Arabia. Not 100% comfortable moving to Saudi Arabia just because I'm a single girl and I don't want to put that kind of restrictions on myself. More power to people who do that, because I've heard it's very difficult. I have a friend there right now with his wife, and his wife is struggling so hard. And they're married, like, so his wife is having problems and she's, she has her husband's there. So anyway, the Middle East was out. Asia was the next best market, specifically China, Japan, and Korea. My parents would have killed me had I gone to China, just because the firewall and trying to communicate back to the States. They honestly, like, my parents would have been so upset with me had I decided, hey, I'm moving abroad, I'm moving halfway around the world, and I'm going to move to China, and I won't be able to contact you for like 6 months. My parents would have freaked out. That would not have, and I didn't necessarily want to do that to them. So China out. Japan, Korea. Both are pretty similar. I could do both. Again, I have a master's degree, so it ups you in the thing, in the like rankings. A master's degree, which it's not even education and it's not even English, but it is a higher education, like a higher degree. So I'm like, okay, well, do I want to be in Japan? Do I want to be in Korea? Let's look at this. And I have a dog, as most of you know, and I was bringing my dog with me. I brought Trixie with me from the US. And Japan is extremely difficult to get animals to. Whereas Korea was difficult, but it was doable, essentially. So how I ended up on Korea was, I can take my dog. Let's go there. Literally, the deciding factor between Korea and Japan was, it's easier to take my dog to Korea. Let's go there. Literally why I came to Korea. And then I did a lot of research prior to coming here. I decided to come to Korea towards the end of my master's degree. I think it was like April. So I started doing all that process and like trying to get a job and stuff. And it just, you know, I did a lot of research. I Googled stuff. I tried to figure out, you know, how to say things, learned to read Korean, just, you know, things that you need when you move to a different country. And been here ever since. I love it here. I like my job. I love teaching. I love teaching, which I'm really surprised about. I really like teaching. I'm thinking about getting my PhD again, going back to school. And I don't know, we'll see. This year actually is the deciding factor for me. on whether I stay in Korea or not. Like I said, I'm looking into PhD programs. I think that's my next battle in life, is my PhD. I just turned 30 and I'm like, bitch shall be a doctor. I should have my PhD. I'm back at it. So I'm looking at programs right now. I'll see what happens. But this is going to be my deciding year, if I stay in Korea or if I move to another country, not the USA. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that is my story. I essentially came to Korea because Korea pays good. Well, pay is decent. It's not the best anymore, but pays decent. And I could bring my dog. And the dog was the deciding factor. Like, it wasn't a complicated process, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And it wasn't that thought out. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's Tea Tuesday. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, put them in the comment section below and I will try to answer them in a Tea Tuesday. Until next time, love you. Bye.